Okay, I received a box from QueenOfSquids. She and I were doing a trade of mismatched doll shoes and some extras. I sent her a box that she got yesterday, and then this box from her arrived today. So I'm going to see what the extras are beyond the mismatched doll shoes. Most of what I sent to QueenOfSquids was cloth. So I'm expecting that I will get a lot of cloth in this too. Because we both sew quite a bit for dolls. Yeah. And so she has a good eye for doll appropriate prints as well. Oh, that's pretty. It's so easy to sew with quilting cotton calicos that I'm always a little hesitant for the pretty things like this, but since it is actually velvet and not velour, it's not stretchy knit, it shouldn't be too, hold on. That's an interesting texture. So I just sewed something that this would probably work well with. Here are the shoes. Oh, okay. There are matches in this. Okay, these are all matched. These are not the random shoes. I should stop wrinkling it and show you. I feel like I should know what these are, but I can't quite think of whose elven pointy-toed shoes they would be. Actually, one of the dolls I dressed today, I might swap over into these. For most of these shoes are not familiar, and that's not to be a snob, but that's kind of hard to do with me. I should know whose shoes these are, I just cannot think of it. And then these, I had so many pairs of boots like this when I was a kid. Oh, that's great. I think I have it set up. It's very sunny. I can't see my view screen very well, but I think I have my target set up. I've seen people have these in pictures, and they're adorable. Generation Girl Mari's hip pack, which I've actually attached the robot to other doll purses that I already had. So it's nice to have another little robot. More things from my youth. I had so many of these purses when I was a kid. Kind of tempted to cut off the strap and attach a ribbon strap to that. I think I remember this line of Barbie stuff. I think. That print certainly looks familiar. Apologies that I'm not quite as loud as normal. It's allergy season. And it's mostly taking its toll on my voice. I see things that are probably dolls. Okay, there is a website called Lace Heaven, and they are a very inexpensive source of lace. I mean, super inexpensive lace. And for years, I have almost ordered this village lace. So many times. But I didn't know. I mean, the place is so cheap that you tend to want to get like 50 yards of lace at once. But I didn't know what I would do with this. I just want to play around with a little bit of it. And now I can. That is some of the nice silk ribbon that she found. This will be fun to trim with. This might work on that project. Project I was going to sew today that I have at the moment put off. I know the real thing to do with this is ribbon embroidery, but I don't ribbon embroider. So I'm getting ahead, getting ideas, gotta stop, got a box to open. Ah. The child. Hold on. Hey kiddo, can you come in here for a moment? Can you come in here for a moment? She sent there, I'm just starting to open this box, but I don't know if this is intended for you, Foofy Cat, but I'm giving it to you.
Its tail moves.
Yeah, his tail moves.
It's everything moves.
It's everything moves. So now you have a Mew
to display.
To go with your Hoopa and everybody else.
The head doesn't move.
Yeah, it probably does. Yeah.
There's a person listening. Oh, bye everyone.
All right.
Shout outs to my pencil.
Yeah, the camera is pointed here. It can't see you. Can't see your.
Shout out to my.
Shout out to your pencil.
Shout out to my pencil.
Okay.
Oof.
He likes being in videos. He's not usually home when I make them. And I know I've mentioned that I like having chairs to use to put my dolls on display on the shelf so they're sitting down. And another thing that's wrong with my voice right now is that I just ate some dates that are kind of... You want out now, Floof? The dates are kind of sticking in my throat. What do you want, Floof? You want out? No. I have to keep the door closed because the kiddo is watching YouTube. So much YouTube in the next room. And we have discussed. I still haven't seen this movie, but the doll is a lot of fun. She'll probably hang around with Edna and Judge with sound. I roll my eyes in disgust. Je lève les yeux vers le ciel de dégoût. Oh, I thought there was something else in there. It's Create a Monster Slime Girl wig. Floof, do you want out or not? Of course, the cats freak out when I close the door. Some doll shoe bags. We all share a bit of a fascination with these sort of vintage accessories that you just don't see made for dolls too often anymore. I'm hesitating. I see a lot of rolls. I don't know if I mentioned this. Things that are probably dolls. I'll just start doing. Let's see. Don't know who she is, but she has good neck articulation. Oh, it's Ballerina Barbie. Classic. Or no, is it Ballerina? Yes, there's the hole in her head where the crown was. Somebody gave me one of these when I was in kindergarten. And I was in kindergarten in like 1979. So this was the only twist and turn TNT head sculpt doll I had. And when I was little, I thought she looked so mean. I remember doing this to her a lot to make her extra mean. Of course, now, I've always kind of regretted the way that I treated my original doll. She fell prey to some of my early customizing experiments. So I treated her badly. So it's nice to have one whose arms haven't fallen off. And her arms are just held on with like rubber bands. So I should have been able to fix them, but I didn't. I just threw the whole thing away and that bothered me. And she has this extra floppy legs so that if you kick her just right, she, quote, unquote, does ballet. It took me forever to get that motion down as a child. Thrifted with the broken fingers I was never brave enough to fix, but she feels so cool. Oh, it's that cat one, I believe. No? Oh, is she a Silkstone? I know she thrifted Catwoman. Yeah, I guess she is. She had thrifted a Catwoman, which was amazing. This is actually probably the first real Silkstone I've handled. I have the articulated Silkstone, which they just don't feel like this. Yes, this is a very distinct feeling doll. Oh, she'll be fun to sew for. Although I think she'll have to fight for shoes with my actual vintage Barbie. We'll come up with something for the fingers, even if it's just a lot of pictures with her hands hidden in the folds of her skirt. E.g. Andy with the bad hair. Andy is another one I see a lot of people finding. That's hilarious, just how askew, am I getting in the room? How askew his copyright information is. This is someone that I see a lot of people finding. He's hilarious. He's great. QueenOfSquids does share my love for odd vintage dolls. It's from the Jean Majorette outfit. I didn't remember that. I knew it was familiar, but it just has a Mel Odom tag inside. So, oh yeah, Jean. Usherette, not Majorette. Usherette. The story is that's what she was wearing when she got discovered. Moxie Teens. Hey! Try to find you new in box, but no luck. Hopefully the slightly used one is still cool. She is beyond cool. Thank you very much. I know I've already sent a box of stuff to QueenOfSquids just for our trade, but I will probably be sending her more stuff as thanks. So, yeah, Chris warned about there are stops in these elbows that make them harder to bend, but I'll bet we can carve those out. Am I getting them? Little nubs on her elbows that make the elbows, I mean, it will help it hold in place better, but it makes it harder to bend in general. But hey, articulated curvy. I mean, made to move curvy. I'm thinking. I've just put my last other made to move body got used yesterday, and trying to decide if this head would work. That head would work better with this body. Getting ahead of myself. Me made. The pants should fit your Hudo Io. Not sure if the dresses will fit anyone, but good luck. I can always find somebody to wear things. And as I've mentioned before, QueenOfSquids sews, and she puts a lot more time and effort into the things that she sews than I do. I just sew to get the idea out. She sews to make pretty things. And this is great. Oh yeah, these will be fun to put on IO. These are great prints. I don't think I've actually made proper pants for IO myself. I just have some bloomers, and bloomers are very forgiving in terms of fit. So, at least she can wear a black, she has a black tank top she can wear with these if I can't find another shirt. And I will see if this fits Mika. Or Wind, they're the same body, but Mika's newer and she hasn't had as many clothing changes as Wind has had. Getting distracted. And this last one. This is a container her daughter stepped on, broke the glass, cut her foot. I repaired it with thrifted picture frame, but I still harbor it ill will. So sending it to you for a fresh start, and apologies for sending more shoes. Like I said, the core of our trade were shoes. See, these I might not give to the child straight away. I might use these to decorate some doll t-shirts first. Oh, that's nice. I can think of several things I can make from that. And that's also lovely. And she mentioned that she got one to send me recently, and this is a great rabbit print. Which I will probably put all of these into the Susan cloth just to keep it at the top of my potential inspiration. And then shoes. And glasses and tiaras and necklaces. She, of course, knows my taste in doll stuff. Let's see. Anderson's All-Purpose and I were kind of mocking some of these recently. And if this actually works, I could have fun posing dolls in places dolls are never meant to be. Some of these are very familiar, some of these are not too familiar, because I love vintage doll shoes. And I actually have some dolls with feet that are just a little bit smaller than Barbie that can wear these knockoff shoes. And this was the core of our trade. I have this shoe in not quite the same color, but pretty close. And so now I can, with a little bit of paint, I'm getting end screen. A little bit of paint, I can actually finally have the pair of these shoes. And all of this, and like I said, I'm going to figure out other things to send as thank you for the things that were specifically sent. All for shoe. Which I don't even know if it's in frame, and I'm going to stop worrying about it and stop the video now and start organizing stuff. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching.